mo. Wait Saan yung move mo na yan? Okay. Wait lang. Saan yung move na yan?
From Buckingham Palace there, the Royal Standard fluttering in the wind, high above the building.
And the large crowd here behind us, and he took his time as he walked from one end of the crowd to the other, and he seemed very relaxed.
Oo, dalawa nakapatong. Oo, nakapatong dalawa.
There is going to be so in position there in Buckingham Palace. It's been raised to full mast. Let me bring in our host.
But this was his first public appearance as king. He was in the people's space and he was allowing the people. I think the metaphor that lay behind that encouraged him to put down their phones because, well, you know what it's like. You know, you can spend your time seeing a mobile phone. And he was suggesting that actually they
Wow! Kain siya ba?
But I think it's particularly important for King Charles right now that he looked at people straight.
Dalawa na yung ulo niya.
Because he wants to make a point about the kind of king
Saan?
he's going to be. And we will learn a lot more later. You know, he's recording his message that he's going to be delivering to the nation this evening. Right now, we suspect in the blue drawing room in Buckingham Palace. People were going through every word of that, no doubt, to try and understand how he intends
To walk through those doors together. She won't have a constitutional role, will she? But of course, she is by his side as Queen Consort, which is what the Queen said she wanted.
Yes, a Turkish man, you know, and he did stand 2 paces traditionally behind her, well for her, actually. You know, people will be watching closely because, you know, just some, she's quite a controversial figure. But nevertheless, I think it will be really, really interesting to see how she behaves, where she is. I think they will. I mean, it'll be interesting. We don't know quite what kind of king Charles wants to be. But I think
What? May ano na to siya, di ba?
Hindi. Itong meron mo eh.
Kaya nga, kaya nandyan na siya, kaya napapatungan ko na siya.
Hindi, ako muna.
Nakamove ka na, nandito
Hindi
yan.
pa nga binalik ko nga eh.
Diyan yan, oh. Okay, move. Move.
As well. I think remarkable, absolutely remarkable, and similar scenes one suspects at another royal residence, and that is of course at Windsor. Our correspondent Helena Wilkinson is there for us.
You know, King, and we will have to take time to get used to calling Charles King. Will take great comfort from the outpouring of support that we are seeing in Buckingham Palace, as you said, here at Windsor Castle. This was the last 2.5 years here, calling it her residence. She worked out of here, Melbourne down with the Duke of Edinburgh here, and it was a place she was very happy to be. It was a lot of green space around, and it travelled from far to come here. Majesty, let's have a chat with 2 people who've come here today, Michael and
We wanted to come and have a look at the flowers.
She always had a smile on her face. She was just like,
Times when, you know, she has supported the public and the country, and again, she always had a smile on her face, and I was just in complete shock when I heard the news, in tears, she couldn't believe it.
not just in this country but around the world supporting him.
Well, the Queen has such a massive impact. Will be very comforted, and the royal family seeing all these lovely flowers.
and then all of a sudden, you know, you've got somebody else coming in who's going to rule the country and you know, in other parts of the world, so it's going to be massive change.
Just tell me how you
Really shocked.
We sat and watched TV, we've got one of these sort of the family coming on to their mama, we just stayed. So sad. So sad.
Very sad. Yeah.
Tear in my eye,
It's still shock. It's you know, but you know, she's done very well at
Ano pala yung
96,
sa'yo, ano?
and
Hindi ko pala yung akin.
so sad.
she can't be replaced. That's where it is.
Thank you both very much, Alice and Michael. Thank you for your time here this afternoon, and those thoughts really echoed by so many people about the news about the thanked Her Majesty for her lifetime of dedication, and another the number of bouquets, as I say, is the loss incredibly deeply.
One of her neighbours, Helena, she used to pop down to the local shops from time to time, we understand, and other members of the royal family as well. So entwined is the royal family in our wonderful city. Okay, Helena, thank you. Helena Wilkinson there. Windsor. Kirsty Walk is at the Queen's estate in Balmoral in Scotland, where, of course, Her Majesty passed away. Kirsty, I was struck a little bit earlier by what you were saying there, that there's more of a sense of hush, a quiet contemplation, a seriousness, I suppose, some might suggest, because, of course, that is where the Queen passed.
That is where the Queen passed. This is where the Queen passed. And there's a very deep sense that, of course, the Queen is still here. And people are coming here, I think, to be close to her. And it's extraordinary. I've spoken to somebody who was here with their family, obviously in Scotland, and they came with a very elaborate bouquet from Las Vegas. People are coming from all over, and all manner of flowers, you know, irises, hydrangeas, sunflowers. And indeed, that is very fitting, because we understand that just last week, the Queen was with one of her gardeners here in the gardens at Balmoral, and of course, you know, like many, many people, I think Her Majesty found great solace in the gardens. But of course,
Hindi
as
mo
well
kailangan
as people
kumain,
coming here, they've been
Pwede mong kumain. Pwede nga kumain.
they
Pwede
don't
hindi.
stay for long. They
Pwede
leave
rin
their
hindi.
flowers, and they very quietly move on, walk away, and we can see them coming across the bridge over the Dee where the Queen used to fish, coming in here and then leaving again. And I'm joined now by Sarah Campbell, our royal correspondent. It's not just members of the public coming from all over the world. There is an extraordinary amount of media here.
Yes, I think reflecting the fact that she's such a global figure, of course. I mean, I arrived here this morning about 5:30, and the American networks were here already, the Australian networks, they've been broadcasting through the night. We are surrounded by them. There are channels in Germany, in France, that broke off their coverage, whatever they were doing at the time, to announce the death of the British monarch. So just really clear what a figure she has been for so long, and for not just the UK, but for across the world.
Of course, and it would be fair to say, and not chauvinistic, that I don't think that would have happened for any other member of the royal family, indeed any other head of state from around the world. And that is probably a tribute as much to the fact that she was determined to travel. She even built the Commonwealth. She was determined to travel. She was the head of 15 countries.
Yeah, she's the most travelled monarch that we are aware of. Has travelled to almost all the members of the Commonwealth countries. That's more than 50 countries. And you know, some of these times she's away for some months on end. So travel.
Wait lang. Ngawit ako.
Bali nalaro mo eh.
Hindi! Nagtatrap ako. Iniisip ko sa ako dyan. Wow! Galing nga. Galing nga. Galing nga. Galing nga. Galing nga. Wait lang. Wait lang. Wait lang. Wait lang. Ha? Wait lang. Wait lang. Wait lang. Wait lang. Wait lang. Ay, nahulog.
mo?
Nahulog.
And in
Saan galing
there's
yun?
been so many different
Diyan siya galing. Dito siya, oh.
wondering
Okay.
you carried
Go.
out your vow of duty service
No,
to
look
the
it.
end, and of course it's really important. And it's interesting that people have picked
Never
up on
mind,
that
gonna pick
here,
it up.
particularly because it was a place where she greeted outgoing prime ministers and incoming prime ministers
On Tuesday.
on Tuesday. I mean, it's extraordinary.
It is extraordinary, and I think
Nakakailangan
I was
ko
chatting to
kumain?
one
Yeah,
lady
you're gonna
who's
eat.
very emotional, and I think her sense was that although she's 96, she's
Ako rin, gusto kakain din ako.
We've seen that over the last year.
Ito pala dapat ko kainin
Eh, kinain mo to eh. Tado ka na.
Mali.
Okay.
Yes, she looked frail, absolutely.
Yung mali.
But she was
Mali yung
smiling,
move mo.
and she was determined.
Sabi mo magaling ka.
Saan ako pupunta?
Ikaw, saan ka pupunta? It's up to you. Kasi kakainin ko yan, itakbo mo.
Bakit nakapunta ito rin eh?
Kasi kinain mo nga.
Yes, and
Mayroon ako din eh, kinain mo.
With the incoming Prime Minister Liz Truss, there was also a picture of her standing alone with the firearm behind her, very much in the place where she felt most comfortable, most relaxed, and most at home.
And that was a lovely image, wasn't it? What a lovely
It really
final
was.
image to have. And there have been images. We know that Balmoral was a place that was incredibly close to her heart. She's had a connection here since she was a child. Of course, it's been connected to the royal family. It's one of the two private estates that they own. So it's it's that and Sandringham. And so every summer, she and Prince Philip would come, and they would arrive in July, mid-July, and leave in sort of beginning
And
of
they
October.
organise things like the Gillies Ball, you know, they cooked, they
Braemar
brought
Highland
Braemar
Games.
Highland Games and so forth. But also it was a place of great imagery for her. I mean, the thing was, from a very young age, her beloved father, George VI, was tutoring her on what was going to happen. And of course, her great Scottish connection with
Ito
her
You
galing.
can move it forward.
you know, she
Ito, no?
was being prepared for her
Eh, kakainin eh.
future.
Yeah, the other one. You can move it forward.
Ah, oo.
Exactly.
You know.
Ito, pwede ko naman ganun-ganunin yan.
Space to forget about the fact that she was a monarch for a time and to just
Dalawa
walk on
yan
the
eh.
hills. And there's
Dalawa pala
the
yan.
image that I think I remember most clearly is when Prince Philip
Oh, ba't kanina pa yan dyan?
she chose
It's not
for her
moving.
collection.
Hindi,
There's that
ano.
lovely image of her
Wow, dyan siya.
lying
Ang galing naman niya.
like with Prince Philip, looking really relaxed, looking really happy. And a photograph taken by Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, and just looking relaxed and like we all would do on holiday, you know, with our partner. And I think that's what it gave her, some sort of normality in this extraordinarily beautiful surrounding.
And you almost can hear the silence and hear the reverence, but also the idea that people are very, in a way, comforted to be close to the Queen here.
Yeah, absolutely, and she is still here. That's, and I
Yes,
think you're
and
right.
that's very important.
That is, and I think that's why the sense here is very, very respectful. It's very
meron
calm.
pala.
It's not maybe the scenes that we're seeing in Buckingham
No,
Palace.
they're of a different order. But also I was struck by All Faiths and None being here today.
And people from all over. There are people that have travelled from all parts of Scotland. I spoke to somebody in Perth, and literally, as
Sige,
you
hindi
said,
ko kakainin.
not spending long here.
kakainin.
Literally want to just come, spend a few minutes with the flowers, reading some of the other cards, reading the other things that people have said, and then going, but clearly wanting to be in this place that's so suited with the Queen.
As I was coming in, I saw Buddhists, I saw Sikhs, you know, there were all sorts of people here. It's also really important thinking about that. I think that she was a figure of great reconciliation, you know, and for example in Ireland, a great figure of reconciliation there.
And I think she could do things, and people will say this about her, she could do things that politicians can't. They get voted in, they get voted out. She was such a constant, and people knew with the Queen that there was no agenda, there was no political allegiance, there was no political party. She was a great bringer together of people, and that's what they talk about the Commonwealth. It's a family of nations, it's bringing people together, it's hoping that people can resolve problems by talking, and I think that's what she really felt was important.
So thank you very much. Now back to you, Clive.
Wala na eh.
And I think she could do things, and people will say this about her, she could do things that politicians can't. They get voted in, they get voted out. She was such a constant, and people knew with the Queen that there was no agenda, there was no political allegiance, there was no political party. She was a great bringer together of people, and that's what they talk about the Commonwealth. It's a family of nations, it's bringing people together, it's hoping that people can resolve problems by talking, and I think that's what she really felt was important.
So thank you very much. Now back to you, Clive.
Wala na eh.
Wala na.